Dragons! Get your dragons here! We're back on Tarkir, and there are dragons everywhere. All 5 clans do it a little bit different, but at the end of the day, all they want is big old dragons. So let's build a bracket 3 deck featuring a temur dragon and show those other clans what the dragons are all about. Hi, I'm Warren with Crackerjack Games, and if you like cool decks and great cards, be sure to like, follow, and share this video. Now let's talk about Ureni of the Unwritten. Got a 7 mana 7/7 flying trample. When it enters or attacks, look at the top 8 cards. You put a dragon creature from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom in any order. Normally, I'm not a big fan of 7 mana commanders, but we can definitely make it work as long as we really lean into what makes commander so powerful. Our early game has to be tons and tons and tons of ramp. We're going to lean on the fact that you typically don't get wiped out on turn 3 or 4 in a bracket 3 game. So we've got Nature's Lore and 3 Visits and Explore and Farseek and Growth Spiral. And of course, one of the most busted turn 3 plays you can make. Open the way for X equals 4. And of course, we have some dragon spell reducers as well. Dragon Lord's Servant, Dragon Speaker Shaman, and Urza's Incubator. A deck full of dragons needs those dragons to cost not 7 mana every time you try to cast one. So the goal is to have Ureni on the battlefield turn 4 or turn 5. Obviously, that's perfect world, but I think we can get there. And then we want to enter or attack as many times as possible. One way to have it enter a ton of times is to play clones. So we've got Phantasmal Image, which on this deck really reads Kicker, put a dragon into play. With the brand new Naga Fleshcrafter. And of course, we've got Sakashima of 1,000 Faces because we want to be cloning some legendaries. And a little bit of Flicker helps too. So we've got Thassa Deep Dwelling for repeatable Flicker. And all the cool blue Flicker spells like Essence Flux and Blur and Displace, and the ever-classic Ghostly Flicker. Heck, we've even got a mana rock to temporarily get a copy of a dragon with Cursed Mirror. And now the pièce de résistance, all the dragons we're going to put into play. So in the Tarkir main set, we've got Ureni, the Song Unending, an 8 mana 10/10. And when it enters, it deals X damage as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers, where X is the number of lands you control, and we are heavy on the land package. Bonehorde Dracusaur is great. Being your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You're either going to get a dinosaur or a treasure token. We've got Dragonhawk, Fate's Tempest. It enters and attacks to exile cards. And if you don't use those cards, it deals damage to each opponent for the leftover cards. New to the commander decks here, we've got Goldlust Triad. It has Myriad, so that's more dragons. And when it deals combat damage to an opponent, you create treasure tokens just to keep the good times rolling. Why wouldn't we play Ancient Copper Dragon? There's a real good chance we're going to drop this into play for free. And we're playing Mass Hysteria to finish off games, so there's a good chance we're going to get somewhere between 10 and 15 treasures off this guy. We're playing Meringue River Regent. It's got a nice little 4 mana instant omen, but also when it enters, you bounce 2 non-land permanents. And this is a temur deck, so why wouldn't we play the most obnoxious temur legendary dragon there is? We've got Miram, the Sentinel Worm. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a token copy of it, except the token isn't legendary. This thing's nuts. And hiding it in the 99 is going to be really worth your while to allow people to keep playing with you. Have you ever seen Astral Dragon? It enters, makes 2 tokens, and they're dragons, but they're a copy of non-creature permanents that are already out there. So someone's got a Smothering Tithe, now you have a 3/3 Smothering Tithe. How about a Rhystic Study? How about a Gaia's Cradle? There's really an unending number of dragons you can include, so highlighting some of the best ones I think is worth it. We're in temur, we've got tons of mana, we're playing Genesis Ultimatum. Look at 5 cards, put any number of permanents from among them onto the battlefield. That'll be fun. And did you know that Turn Timber Symbiosis is less than $2? Like, I think your green deck should be running this card to just drop a creature into play. And worst case scenario, it's a land that you're going to want anyways. You can get that same effect on Smuggler's Surprise. Lots of different ways to use it, but I would imagine that there's times where you pay all the mana for all the spree effects and do all the things here. We have a new removal spell with Transforming Flourish. It is Demonstrate, so you can have someone copy it, and then you get 2 copies of it. Really, this is going to become 3 mana, destroy 3 artifacts or creatures you don't have. And we have an unbelievable card draw engine in Up the Beanstalk in this deck. Play this early, draw a card, whatever, but later on when you have tons of mana and you start drawing all your dragons, you're going to get to draw into more and more dragons, and that's always a really nice thing. And as always, we got to talk about the basic lands you're going to play in this deck. I've got 3 Secret Lair lands, this island, paired with this mountain, and this forest, and they're all from the same Secret Lair. So why not go pick yourself up 5 copies of that Secret Lair? Or don't. pick your favorite basic lands, but always enjoy those basic lands. Ureni of the Unwritten seems like a really fun deck, somewhere between Kinnan and Winota, but it's dragons, so it's probably way more fun, right? The full deck list is in my Mox field. Be sure to check it out. Hope this helps.